Hello, hello. So today we are going to learn about Linux commands. Basically the admin commands which we'll be using in our day-to-day life for monitoring and text manipulation and some process management also in a typical day of a DevOps engineer. So let's see. In this session what we are going to learn about, and that is obviously we are going to learn it practically. These are some commands: sort command, unique command, who am I, list of, cut, more, less, wcdf, top, ps, kill, no hub, and some more. And we are going to see the real life uses of these also. So let's start. I'm going to open Ubuntu here. And one more thing, if somebody wants to know that how to install Ubuntu in a Windows, just let me know in the comments. I'll make a separate video on that, although that won't be too long. I think 5 or 7 minutes video, so that can be done. So with that, let's start. The first command which we are going to use is the pipe command. So basically what we do in pipe command is, in Linux we used to combine two or more commands. Okay, in that what will happen is the in output of the first command will act as the input of the second command. That is the use of pipe command. I know nobody has got it by just theoretically. So let me make a file. Okay, before that let's see where we are. Cd dot dot, yeah, by cd dot dot you can go back, like in how in Windows you press the back button, right? This is the command for that. Ls is there for seeing that what all elements are there in that location. For example, right now I'm in home. Let's start. Ls in home I only have one thing, Harshit. I'll go step back. Okay, let's see. Ls, yeah, here we have these all locations. So my folder in which I'll be making changes is inside mnt. Inside mnt actually we have all the things, all that disk. So I'll go to cd mnt e. I have a folder named DevOps. Inside DevOps I have a folder named v-1 or something. Yes, so this is my folder's name. Let's see, do we have anything in this? No, we don't. So let's make a file there, a text file, being specific. Then numbers.txt. So we have opened that txt file. Achha, one more thing, let's see that whether we are there inside, I mean there is a file named numbers.txt inside that or not. So for that we'll see here. See this pc a DevOps v1 Linux commands and numbers.txt. So as we are here, let's start our work. We will be inserting 1 2 3 4 5 6 6 5 22 11, some random numbers, 985 56, and now I am saving it. Let's see whether we have all these elements inside that, means whether they are saved or not. So for that we have command name cat numbers.txt. Okay, so we have all these elements. So one more thing, let me just increase the font of this. Okay, now I think it is better. Yeah, so we have all these numbers inside this file named numbers.txt. So let's try to sort these numbers into increasing order, And additionally, let's try to remove the elements which are repeating. For example, here 6 are repeating, 5 are repeating. So let's do that. Sort hyphen n numbers dot txt. Now this is our pipe command. Where is it gone? Yes, this is our pipe command. Sorry, this is our pipe command. Pipe space unik. What this command will do is it will sort all the elements in numerical form in this file, means these elements, and we'll only be getting the unique elements. Let's try whether this works or not. Okay, so we are good. We are getting 1 2 3 4 5 6 11 22 28 5 6 56 and 985 into increasing order, and we don't have any duplicates in this. Actually, here one more thing. What we can do is, say I open this file cat numbers.txt. Now suppose I want to have the, means I want to see only these 5 elements. Okay, so what I can do is pipe head hyphen 5. I can see only these 5 elements. Now secondly, after this, for example, I want to see only the 2 elements out of this, means from the 5 I want to see the 5 elements, and in those 5 elements also I want to see only the last 2 elements. So for that, what we can use is pipe tail hyphen 2. So now we only have these 2 elements, 4 and 5. Let me clear it now. Now the second command which we are going to talk about is who am I. Name is only explanatory. Who am I? Who am I? Let's see. So I am Harshit. Okay, I am Harshit. So the user who is using it, we can get the name of the user from this who am I command. Suppose I want to see the ID of the user. For that, what we can do is we can use the ID command. So see, here the user ID, that is UID, user ID is 1000 Harshit, group ID is 1000, groups 1000 Harshit, and these all things I don't think we need to talk about it right now, although we'll talk about these things afterwards if they are necessary. So by this ID command, we also have 2 more commands in this ID. Like for example, I want to get the user ID specific. So ID space hyphen user, I get the user ID 1000. For example, I want to get the group ID specific hyphen G. This. Okay. So till here we are done. Right. Now we have some more commands, and for those commands, let's make one more file of, say, states.txt. We are inside it. Let's insert, say, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Karnataka, Punjab, Haryana, Bengal, West Bengal being specific. Okay. Let's see whether they are saved or not. Cat states.txt. Okay, so we have the names of these states. Now, for example, we have how many elements? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Say we have 1000 elements in this file, for example. How will we be getting the data? So for that, what command we have is more names.txt. More states.txt. So by more command, what we can get is we get all the data at once. And for example, we have a file, this states file only. We have, say we have 10 pages, and I only want to see to page number 5, just hypothetically. So by for that, what we can do is we have a command name less states.txt. What it does is it only shows you one page at a time. And okay, we are inside it. How do we exit it? We just press Q and we exit it. Now there is one more command. Actually, this is, this is good. So cut states.txt. No specify list of bytes. Okay, sorry. So for this, what we can do is cut -b 1, 2, 3 and states.txt. Let's see what will this do. So what this does is I am using cut -b 1, 2 and 3. -b, that is bytes. We also have -c, -f that will look into it afterwards. So what it does is it only cuts the first 3 elements, U, T, T, B, I, H and all those, and it shows you the data according to that. In cut we also have a command. See, I want to, for example, I want to see, so in cut what we have one more command for the range. For example, I want a range of 1 to 6. Okay, or being specific, what I can do is I want a range of 1 to 3, and then again I want a range of 5 to 7 in the data which is inside states.txt. Cut byte character positions are numbered from 1. Okay, cut -b 1 to 4 states.txt. See, I had a range of 1 to 4, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will only show the data from between this range only, 1 to 4 only. This is also one of the use case of this. In this file only, we had used one command named unique. Let's try that also. Unique states.txt. So all the states are unique, but you will say that we have Uttar Pradesh twice, Bihar twice. These things are case sensitive. Getting it? These things are case sensitive. Let me clear it once more. unique states dot txt. Now what if I can see that these things are case sensitive, but even though they are repeating, right? So for that we have one more command, unique hyphen I. What they will do is they will ignore the case sensitivity txt. Now we have the data which is not duplicate. Let's try one more thing. We have a command to transform, that is, suppose these things are in uppercase cases, right? I want these to be in lower cases, or vice versa. For that we have a command. Let's try that. tr. So cat states dot txt pipe. See, this is the use case of pipe. You don't have to type again and again and again. It means you just can use 3 commands in one line only. So tr, here what is there? We will be using a to z colons, verified, bracket a to z. Yeah, see this works or not? Oh, this is working. So this is the thing, and you can do the vice versa also. Let me clear it. Additionally, you can see that we have all the data, means we have a slash n, that is everything is coming into next line, right? For example, I want all the things with a tab space. For that what we can do is we can use cat states dot txt tr colon space. I'll tell why am I doing this, backslash t. Yeah, so here what I am doing is, why I am using colon space, this space will be means changed with t. Let me try this. Cat tr, no such file or directory. Okay. Something is not right. Okay, I'm not using the pipe command. My bad. My bad. My bad. See. Now what this is doing is, this is changing the backslash n to backslash t, that is next line to one tab line. There is one more interesting thing. See, we can see that echo. I know I think everybody knows who is Groot. I am Groot. 007. For example, you want to change this, means you want to delete the digits inside this. What will you do? We have a command for that also. tr hyphen d means with tr, that is transform, and hyphen d we use to delete specific data. Here I want to delete what? I want to delete the digits, right? I can do digit scan colon enter. So I am Groot. I hope everybody is getting it. So the next command which we have is wc. So before that, let's see, we had a file named states.txt, right? Yes, we have all the elements. wc basically is word count. What it does is, I won't tell you what it does. Just let's look at practically. Okay, states.txt. Now here what we are getting three elements: 11, 13 and 95. What these means are, we'll see. What these means, now we are using wc hyphen l states.txt. What we got? 11. Okay, let's see. L here means lines 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. This last is the empty line, that's why we are getting 11. Now second one is wc hyphen w states.txt. We have 13 words, and following that we have wc hyphen c states.txt. We have 95 characters. Now what if in this I want to see that which element has the length of longest character? How can we look into that? Let's see. wc hyphen capital L states.txt, that is 13. 13 as in this element also has a length of 13, this element also has a length of 13. That's why the 13 is the answer for this. Okay, we are clear here. So I'll clear it. Secondly, let's make a file again. Vim string.txt. Let's put a phrase here like I am Groot. Secondly, I am Iron Man. Okay. Let's look whether we have that. Yeah, we have string. So cat string.txt. We have the elements, right? Right. We have the elements. Now here we have two txt, actually three txt files, not three, more than that. Yeah, this logs.txt, this will be the assignment. So we'll be taking these two files, states.txt and string.txt. Now if I use wc states.txt and string.txt, let's see. So here for that it will be giving me the word count, lines and characters of both of these, and in addition it will be adding that what are the word count, what are the lines, means how many lines are there, including this and this, means this plus this, then words and then characters. So this is one of the use case. Now for example, do you guys remember how many commands we have used till now? Let's see. We have a command for that also, history. So these are the commands. See, we are getting all the commands which we have used till now here. After that, now these commands, there are some more commands like df, du, ps. We'll just giving it a overlook. although I don't think they are much more important. For example, df command is there. Df command is basically what df is. It is used to show the amount of disk space that is available in your machine. Like, see, these three drives are there, right? It has around 90 around 900 GB of space. It has more than 1000 GB. And similarly, let me clear it again. Okay, this is done. Now there is one more command, du. So it is just a short form of disk usage. Let's try that also, du. So what this means is how much space we have used, means this file or directory have used how much space. So it is this, actually this is in bytes. Now one more command, ps, full form for this is process status. So these two are the processes which are currently going on my machine, and PID is what? Process ID. We'll again use the PID here. Now there is one more command, that is W. So by W, what W does is it is used to display who all are currently logged in onto the system and the activities which they are doing. So here though I am using this Ubuntu locally, right? For example, you are using it on AWS machine, on an EC2 machine, then definitely that will be a bigger machine, and there will be people other than you also who will be using it, right? So with this command you can see all the users who are currently active. There is one more command named top. So that top command, it is used to display all the currently running processes along with the resources that all the processes are using in the system, and it also refreshes itself and displays the information until it is stopped. So we'll see that also, top. So see, these are all the processes which are running, and see, it is automatically updating. I'll show it to you. See, now to quit this we just have to press Q and we are out of it. We are good. After this there is one more command, expr. So what this expr is used, I'll directly use an example for that. For example, expr 20 plus 20. expr 20 plus 20. Yeah, sorry for the spaces. expr 20 plus 20. So it is used to do the arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, modulus on integers, obviously, multiplication and division on the given set of expressions, and then it also prints the output. For example, we have done the addition, right? Now let's try the multiplication. expr 20 multiplied by 10, 200. Okay, one more thing in this. For example, I want to find the length of some string. So expr length I am Groot. So for I am Groot, 10 is the length of this string. We can also use expr in shell scripting instead of using operators. After this we have one more command, that is test, test. Obviously this will not work until unless I am giving it something. So for test what we can do, let's take an example, tst 5 gt 50. Okay, echo yes, So for test command, we are taking this example, test 5 greater 50 and echo yes or echo no. Let's see. So it is saying no. Why no? Because this is an expression that 5 is greater than 50. Obviously it will echo no. So this is one of the use case of test. Now we have one more command, that is kill command. Earlier you guys might have remembered that when we used ps, we got this PID, right? I told you this is process ID. So suppose you want to kill some process. Suppose I want to kill process with this process ID 373. I'll simply go kill 373, then enter. It will kill this process. Suppose I want to look for how many processes are alive right now. So kill -l. These are all the processes which are alive. To kill it, just kill PID, means obviously you will be putting the process ID here, and you are good to go. Right. Now the last command which we have is nohub. So nohub basically is a short form for no hookup. So it keeps the process in a running state even if the user exits. Okay, the terminal or the shell being specific to DevOps. So practicality of it is that if you run a script and now you want to keep it running even after you are leaving the terminal. So there what we can use is, this is just an example, nohub dash dot slash script, whatever script you are using, dot sh. I'll hit it and the script will be running even after I leave the terminal. So this was about nohub. Also I'll be putting one Stack Overflow issue where that person was using nohub. So please give it a read. That's it. Thank you. I will now exit it, log out. Bye bye.